listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Thursday. This is Devils After Dark. Come to you live from American Whiskey outside in the street in 51 Edison Place, across the street from Prudential Center, next to Championship Plaza, as Devils fans are filing out victorious. A 4-3 victory over the Detroit Red Wings. I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Scotty, a SiriusXM Liquid Metal. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. Scotty, how are you, my friend? It is just such a happy feeling, great atmosphere tonight.
Yeah, it's fantastic to be back for another season of New Jersey Devils hockey. Super excited here. The boys got off to a strong start against the Detroit Red Wings. Hello to everyone on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, Twitch, and everyone is out there partying on the streets of Newark. Make sure you get over to American Whiskey and check out that And Crew Brew, our nice red ale that we got from our good friends at Departed Souls. So let's get into this game recap. Oh, look at that. Sam Wu's got it right there. Look at that. Right there. Very nice.
Yeah.
Sports guys.
Hey, what up, Scotty?
We're going to hear from him. There we go. We got a little jumping around on the screen there. Okay, there we go. I got you guys. All right there. Hey, it's live. It's night one. It's game one over here. And we're making the magic happen on the streets of Newark where all the parties are happening. So let's get to this game recap. Right now, game one at home against the Detroit Red Wings. Before the game, Lindy Ruff has been extended as head coach. Nolan Foote starting the game on the IR, but man, was that arena packed, and you could feel the excitement from the Devils fans in the arena, just in anticipation of puck drop. You can see I can't even talk right yet, so that's how excited I am. I'm out here in LA, so I got the ESPN feed, and PK Subban comes out repping his Devils gear on the pregame show, acting like he's Rob Van Dam and everything. So really nice to see. And of course, before the game even started, we had Game Day Live there with Short Sky and Vinny and Sam Wu and the entire Wu-Tang, the Wu-Tang crew or the Wu-Tang clan, whatever decide that. And Wu-Tang clan. All right. We'll have to make up our minds on that one. But first period, puck drops, and let me tell you, the Detroit Red Wings were ready to play. And, Detroit's going to be a good team. They're on the rise, much like the Devils were a couple years ago, and you're going to see a bunch of their players, like the Lucas Raymond, take those steps forward. And, of course, DeBrincat, they got him in a trade in the offseason. He's going to pay dividends by the end of this game. But the Red Wings were out shooting the Devils 5-0 in about the first 5 minutes or so of the game. Vitek Vanacek was tested heavily. Two shots off the post by the Detroit Red Wings. It wasn't until the Jack Jesper Tyler line got out there that they really started to make some noise. Jack Hughes and Jesper Bratt using their speed. Jack came in and he whipped one off of the side of the goal out of midair from Tyler Toffoli. Was a nice little shot over there, but it didn't connect. Devils get a power play. Luke Hughes was on power play 1 with Jack. Holtzy was playing the point on PP2 with Dougie Hamilton. Unfortunately, on that first power play, the Devils do not come through with a goal, but rest assured, they will by the time this game is over. Devils then go on the penalty kill. And Vitek Vanacek, again, wrong in net, making a ton of saves. Nico Hischier did a great job on that PK, keeping the puck deep in the Red Wings defensive zone for as long as he could. There was the second post for the Red Wings as well on that power play. Holtzy got a good opportunity from the high slot. Hard work by Halla and Palat. That is something we talked about before the season. seeing Alexander Holtz on that third line to let Haula and Palat do a lot of that dirty work and let Holtzy find his footing and find those openings in the defense, and he did throughout the course of the game. He didn't get any in the net, but whoo, did he let some rockets go. And then Jack Hughes, yes, I said that right. Jack Hughes got a roughing call. Are you kidding me on that, refs? A roughing call? I can see maybe an interference, but Jack Hughes basically did the old Peter Forsberg play where your defender is coming in and you just kind of lean back with your shoulder and take him out. Jack Hughes, yes, Jack Hughes I can't remember who it was that he put down on the Red Wings, but that was a big boy that he put down over there. And he gets a roughing call? Man, that was kind of a weak call over there. But whatever. The Devils eventually kill that off as well. Second line, second period, the Devils really came out with some speed because let me tell you, that first period, the shots were 14-6, and they were getting heavily outshot by the Detroit Red Wings. Second period, the Devils started kicking it into gear again. And again, it's game one. These things are going to happen. But the speed started to show up in the second period. Nico, Timo, and Dawson crashing the net at the start of the second. Nico had a nice wraparound opportunity. Mercer just couldn't bury it. But boy, were those Devils looking a lot faster. Husso and Vanacek both had monster games in goal for their respective teams. Husso made a nice save on a Holtzy snapper in close after Palat kind of slid the puck in between the defense for kind of a little partial one-on-one there for Holtzy. Timo Meier then got a goal, but here it goes. We've seen this before as Devils fans. The kicking motion. Oh boy, it rears its ugly head in the first game of the season, but the refs did call it. They did call it right off the bat, so I won't get on them too much for that, but they said a kicking motion, goal waved off. And then Vitek Vanacek makes a huge save on a 2-on-1 that Jonas Siegenthaler played really, really well as the lone defenseman back. He is just waiting and waiting and waiting. He goes down, and I can't remember who it was on the Red Wings, but they delayed for as long as they possibly could and kind of did one of those around the defender and across passes. But man, Vanacek, he was on it. He was reading the plays, and he was already sliding to the other side with a leg down to cover down low. But then he also, had that blocker ready to rock, and he was able to make that save over there. Great by Vitek. Bratt had another wraparound opportunity. Wings defense clears the rebound. Larkin gets a feed coming into the zone, all alone, center slot, and lets the blast go. Captain of the Red Wings and Vitek Vanacek, the confidence. He's coming out of his crease to play those angles, and he eats that puck for breakfast like a bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel from Jersey. Oh, how I miss thee out here in California. But either way, not too long after that, the Wings do get on the board first with a goal, which was more of a kind of a puck luck, little bounce kind of goal from Daniel Sprong. Although I will say Sprong played it well because he continued to move into the zone. What happened was there was a little scramble in front of the net, and eventually Vanacek takes a swipe at the puck with his stick to kind of bat it out of the danger area. It goes right to where Jesper Bratt is, and then he swats it as well, and he swats it directly into the legs of Daniel Sprong, who you got to give credit to because he was coming from outside the zone, and he was driving straight to the net, as you should. And he got a little puck luck because the puck hit off of his shins and just goes right into the net. 1-0 Detroit Red Wings. Although I will say, Sprong completely uncovered on that play. These things will get cleaned up. Again, game one, there's going to be a few little things like that happening. But that lead did not last long. Oh no, because that was at 12-14, even strength for Sprong. And then, jumping jack flash, it's a gas. Woo, baby! His night began with a power play goal to put the Devils on the board and tie it up 1-1. And this all started with Palat, who, man, he is going to be such a difference maker if he can stay healthy the entire season. Palat getting the puck into the defensive zone and feeding it to Jack, and Jack just did the rest. He just did the rest. He brought the puck up the ice on the side, near the boards, into the zone, all the way down into the corner, below the goal line. And he made a Jack Hughes type of shot where he just whipped that bad boy at the net. It went off the back of the helmet and shoulder of Husso and into the net for his first of the season. Jack Hughes at 13:39, a PPG power play goal assisted by Palat. What a play that was right there. And then Curtis Lazar, kind of an unsung hero of this game. You know, he took a penalty, but he also drew two. So good thing right there with Curtis Lazar. Jack again almost made it 2-1 with his acceleration and pretty moves. And oh man, every time the puck is on Jack Hughes' stick, you can just see the fans jump out of their seats. I was jumping off my couch, and I'm across the country in California. He is just electric. Jumping Jack Flash. Unfortunately, this time it doesn't go in. Timo Meyer feeds Dawson Mercer for a partial break. Backhand to forehand move, but again, Husso stumped him. Vanacek and Husso both had stellar games, especially being that it was game one of the season. But it didn't take much longer after that, because at 18:43, even strength, Jack Hughes strikes again. This time it's Tyler Toffoli getting the puck at center ice, and he just makes this nice little backhand ricochet pass off the boards, past the Red Wings defenseman, and Jack Hughes is off to the races. He now comes up the opposite side, on the opposite side of the boards, into the zone, and then just starts to cut across the middle and go towards the center slot. And then he does one of those fadeaway shots where he just suddenly turns and he shoots it back the other way across Husso, who cannot recover. And boom, Devils up 2-1 at 18:43 of the second period. Jack Hughes, his second of the game, coming from Toffoli and Siegenthaler. So that was a great period for the Devils to get themselves in gear, so to speak, after the kind of slower first period that they were going through. Now into the third, man, Jack Hughes, a slashing penalty? What are these refs trying to do? Why are they trying to take away the Lady Bing from Jack Hughes in the first game of the season? I think Sam Wu is going to have a conspiracy theory about this, but we'll talk to him in a little bit about it. But yes, Jack takes 2 penalties in one game. Honestly, I think that might be the first time in his career that Jack Hughes has ever taken 2 penalties in one game. I may be mistaken on that. Someone can correct me on YouTube Live. But Jack Hughes takes his second penalty of the game. And, oh, man, we got to give a shout to John Marino, who made an incredible block shot on Alex DeBrincat in this penalty kill. It didn't stop DeBrincat all the way, because we know he scored again just a little bit. But it was almost a replay of the shot that Marino went in there and blocked. John Marino is going to have a monster season for the Devils in defensive form. Just you watch. But DeBrincat does get a goal eventually at 10:43, power play goal of the third period to tie the game up 2-2. DeBrincat, you know he's a sniper with the Chicago Blackhawks, with the Senators last season. Now here with the Red Wings, again, a growing team. They're going to be tough to handle. You give them another year or two, they are really going to be making some noise in the NHL, much like our Devils. But DeBrincat gets his first of the season there, power play goal from Larkin and Gostisbehere. Oh man, I know I said that one wrong. I just saw the name on the box score, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to screw this up. Don't screw it up, and I screwed it up anyway. Either way, 2 is the score here in the third period. And then Jack Hughes, he took 2 penalties, but you know what? He drew a slash right after that. And the Devils' power play, does not convert. Alexander Holtz has a rocket of a shot, but it goes just high over the far post. Don't you worry about him. He's going to get that in. Again, game 1 for him, playing with these big boys. All right? He is going to be just fine. And, man, that shot is going to start hitting the net and going into the back of the goal real soon. And then it was the man who was setting records last year on the defense, Dougie Hamilton, at even strength, 15:37 of the third period, off of an offensive zone face-off win. Devils get the puck back to the point. Dougie unleashes the big slapper just in the post, past Husso. Devils up 3-2. And then Palat did a lot for the rest of this game. Drew a holding penalty right after that with what? His hustle and his speed. Coming up the zone, up the boards, and then driving towards the net, trying to make a one-on-one break, and he draws the holding penalty to put the Devils back on the power play. But then Jesper Bratt takes an interference call. We got 4-on-4 play, which the Red Wings pull Husso. So it's a 5-on-4 with an empty net. And then Haula, I'm sorry. I am sorry here because I do believe we need to go live to the streets of Newark, New Jersey for this Devils After Dark game update.
Wait, there's a game update? There's a game update?
There is a game update from the legendary king of the football calls himself, Sam By God Woo.
Yeah, we got to talk about this.
That's your cue. That's your cue, Sam.
I didn't know. You didn't tell me before the game. Or before. Hold on. I was just waiting for Paul. Hold on a sec.
I'll just hum the song. You do the thing, all right? Come on. There we go.
Devils, Red Wings at Prudential Center. It's gonna be a slugfest. Devils up 3-2. They're gonna go for the extra point. Marino! I don't know what I'm doing. Passes to the Holla. Touchdown Devils! Touchdown Devils! The Devils are gonna win it! The Devils are gonna win it! The Red Wings suck again! Eric Holla is in the end zone! Devils up 4-2!
All right, our first football call of the season.
This is why we need pre-show meetings. He didn't tell me.
Okay.
He didn't tell me.
Sam was out with the people in the streets. He was unaware of the John Marino pass up the ice over to Siegenthaler. Siegenthaler misses the long-range shot, and Eric Holla is there to clean up the rebound. Empty net goal at 18:29 to put the Devils up 4-2, and no early year goal drought for Eric Holla this time. Oh, no. I will say the Wings did get one more power play goal, 4-3 at 19:26, but it was a little too late as Fabry kind of half-banned on a shot, and it slithered through Vanacek's legs. The Devils hold on though for game number 1 victory, 4-3.
Yeah.
Want to hear what you think of this game on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter, Twitch, everywhere you might be listening to Devils After Dark. And let's turn it over to get their reactions on the streets of Newark. The king of the football calls himself, Sam Wu, and the master shirt maker who's got everything for sale If you're there in York right now,
it is for sale.
It's got shirts for sale, new logos, new we gotta put the backs up on the screen. We got And Crew Brew blowing on the streets. We're having a big party. Shorts guy, how's it going, fellas?
It's going great, Scotty. It's we got to get you out here for one of these home openers. One of these
look at
years.
this crowd back
but
here.
This is fantastic
look at
on an
this.
opening night.
Yeah,
We've got this great crowd here.
It's really nice out here.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Yeah. There we go.
It's
your birthday.
Happy birthday.
What's your name? What's your name? Natalie, happy birthday
happy
to you,
birthday to Natalie.
Happy Devil's birthday to you.
Man, a Devil's victory for your birthday. That's
Yeah.
great. I'll never have that because they never play on my birthday, and they never will.
Same here. I'm
Actually, they
September
did
baby.
once. Well, they could have once, but
Yeah.
they didn't make the playoffs. So the pandemic
Well,
here.
let's not
Let's not talk about that. So, Scotty, I heard you talking there at the end when it was when Detroit got that third goal. You said too little, too late. I was a little nervous in that last 30 seconds. Just with them punching that third goal in, I was like, oh man, this is not gonna. This could end pretty terribly. But they were able to tighten it up and to get that victory. It was good to see Hollis score. And I know I'm happy with the Devils' victory. I was I was not thrilled with the amount of shots we allowed, but I'm nitpicky with shots against. That's just one of those stats that I key on, and I get nitpicky when I see 10 shots allowed in 9 minutes and 30 seconds. That's probably just the goalie and me doing that.
No, I mean, that is true, though, that first period, shots were 14-6. I forgot to do that rundown. For the Wings, 14-11, 10, 35. Devils, 6-15-6 for a total of 27.
Yeah, it's we looked flat in the first period, and Detroit, I think they had, one power play in the first period? And they just looked like the team that had a little bit more of an edge, a little bit more sharp. I mean, you're on the road, you're playing in another team's home opener, you get that opportunity to play spoiler, you don't have the crowd that you have to worry about. You know, all the pressure's on the Devils to do well tonight. That's really what this is, the home opener.
Yeah.
But, once they came out in the second period, it was like a whole other team. They were firing on all cylinders. It went from 6 shots to 12 very quickly within the first 5 minutes. And then that's when we started to see this Devils team wake up and then just kind of continue to roll. The penalties were bothersome, but some of them looked a little bit questionable at times.
Well, how about Andre Palat, okay?
Questionable on a couple of them.
Yeah, a little.
But Andre Palat, look, what about that play? I think Luke Hughes was trailing on the play, and then Palat grabbed that puck away, pushed it up the ice, and then Jack Hughes did the rest. Andre Palat's going to have a great year.
Oh, absolutely.
He's already on a great start. Last season with the injuries and all that, trying to get back, and we saw glimpses of what Palat's about in the playoffs. But Scotty, let me tell you, he was all over the ice tonight, just everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Scotty, I got to vouch for this. In the goal in that play that Sammy's referencing, he's sitting next to me and he goes, "Wow, what a play by Palat!" And then less than 10 seconds later, Jack scores. And so Sam pointed out immediately, and it paid off dividends with Jack scoring immediately.
Yeah,
it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a hell of a game. It was your typical game one where the Devils going to be a little slow there coming out. They were going to get their legs underneath them and start skating, and they really did in the second period. A couple of missed opportunities, a couple of penalties that you're like, but I think all that will get cleaned up as the season goes along. Overall, for your first game of the season against another young and up-and-coming team like Detroit, I thought they played really, really well.
Yeah.
They're a good team. I think they're maybe a year and a half behind the Devils. I think they're going to be a great team, and this is just the start of a renewed rivalry. Because if you remember back in '95, Detroit was in the Western Conference, Devils were in the Eastern Conference, but now Detroit moves east, and two teams in a rebuild for a while. Steve Yzerman, obviously his work in Tampa, they got the fruits of his labor.
Yes,
but right now he went back home to Detroit. You see that Detroit is going to be very good, but right now the Devils have the edge just because, they're just that good. I mean, they figured it out.
there's a couple teams. Detroit, Buffalo, and Ottawa are a couple years behind the Devils, but they're kind of doing the same thing the Devils have been doing.
And I would say Buffalo as well.
Well, that's why I said Detroit, Buffalo, and Ottawa. If I meant to say Buffalo if I didn't. But those three teams are going to start moving up the ranks like the Devils did all the last couple years. So we're going to see renewed rivalries with all three of those teams.
Yeah.
And it's which is great. And then you're going to see other teams fall off. And Chico said before the game, like, we're in that period of time. It may be a 10-year period of time, and we're at the top of our game right now. We just got to enjoy the ride while we're here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it all comes like this in waves.
And Shorts guy, I gotta say that I think I don't know where he ended up in the 3 stars of the game, but Vitek Vanacek should have been second star.
Second star, yeah.
Talk to me as a goalie over there. Talk to me about his game tonight, because he looked sharp from the get-go, and he was playing the angles. He looked like he was moving side to side really well. He looked mid-season type of form out there, and he got peppered, like you said. The first 5 minutes of the game, I think the Devils were outshot 5 or 6-0. So tell me about, as a goalie, going into the start of a season like that, what's it like facing that amount of shots and that amount of pressure right off the bat?
It's one of those things where it can get you right into the game right away and get your focus, dialed in. He had a shot. I think Detroit's first shot on goal was within the first 10 seconds of the game. So it was right away, and you have to, at that point as the goaltender, you have to be on your game. And he was, like you said, he did look sharp. He was moving very well. I want to say the first goal was a screen he just couldn't see. The second goal, I can't really remember offhand how that went in, because I think it was at the other end. The third goal was the only one that really he looked like he lost sight of it. And he basically just went to go move. He lifted his left leg up, went to the left side, and they popped it in underneath. We got lucky in the first period when Detroit screwed up that almost empty net. Picture by Sam.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's a nice crowd behind there.
Detroit had basically an empty net from his blocker side in the first period, and Detroit bumbled that, thankfully. Otherwise, that looked like a sure goal, and that was really one of the only times that Vitek looked out of position, but that's one of those weird plays. But overall, I think he played very well. His rebound control seemed to be pretty good, and just right on the game and dialed in within that first 10 minutes to take that barrage. 14 saves in one period is not easy, especially coming the way that they did. Some of them came pretty fast and furious, especially on one kill, I think, in the first period, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah,
Yep.
he did very well, and I think you said Detroit had double digits in the third period for shots on goal.
Yeah, double digits every period.
Yeah, so that right there, that's a goalie that's dialed in, ready to go, and he was up to the task, and we really can't ask for much much more than that.
And I see a lot of people on YouTube Live here.
It's a lot of people.
Nice.
Chris Wilson, the Devil's Aces, JP, Nintendo Wii. Max is saying that Vitek earned his hibachi dinner tonight. Can we say that he earned his hibachi tonight?
I would say he earned his hibachi, yes.
Okay, very good. And also, Steve wants to know if Stan Wu is taking the helicopter back home.
We can.
We can.
Let's do it. We'll avoid this traffic.
Yeah.
We'll avoid the traffic, but the parties. But let me get out of the way.
Yeah.
The party's here.
The party's right here.
Why would I want to leave?
Yeah.
Even if it's by helicopter, why would I want to leave when the party's right here?
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Yeah. Don't let my big body, overweight body, block these nice fans over here.
This is great. This, Scotty, I got to tell you, this is picking up right where we left off in the playoffs last year. And I said it pregame, and I'm saying it again now. Look at this. The street out after game one. This is fantastic. I love this.
And this is Devils After Dark, folks.
Yep.
And the Rangers suck.
I heard the Rangers suck, too. I hope everyone comes back for November 18th.
Oh, yeah, and for $20, you can get a Rangers Suck t-shirt.
Rangers Suck shirts for sale right here on the stage.
And do we have any of the new shirts that we can show up on the screen right now?
We do. We
absolutely
All
do.
right, let me grab one here.
Yeah.
Can we show some of this new merch that is just very impressive? I got it.
All right. I'm wearing one myself under my jersey. Here's the front.
Wow, look at that.
Two color logo.
Wow.
And then some four very awesome looking guys on the back. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's our band photo right there.
All
Yeah, right?
taken from Scotty's iPhone. Who needs a professional photographer?
Seriously.
Yeah. It's
Man.
a good thing I have one of these little pop things on the
Yeah.
back of
It was the little pop socket that really saved us in getting that picture.
That is 100% how we took that photo. Like,
Yeah.
oh, let's angle it. Put it
Yeah.
on portrait mode and just angle it. We'll be fine.
Exactly.
Don't worry.
We don't have the budget yet.
Nah, it'll be there.
Oh, wow.
And Short Sky is selling over there, Steve.
They're still
And how
going
about-
here.
They're still going. This is great.
Do we have a beer? Do we have an and crew beer?
We only have a sample, but we do have Brian from Departed Souls here.
Yeah,
Should we
let's get Brian up here.
Brian, you want to come up, talk beer?
Brian, talk beer.
Talk the beer.
Talk beer. This is Brian from Departed Souls. He came by with some samples, taste tests of And Crew
Right
Brew. And Brian, Brian, talk to Scotty over there. This is
Welcome to
Brian
the
from
show,
Departed
Brian.
Souls.
How you
What's up,
doing,
Scott?
man?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
Yeah,
Oh.
man. Nice to see you. We are.
Oh, you're right here. There we go.
He's there, but we got the camera right there.
This
Yep.
is new to me.
Just look at the camera.
The And Crew Brew. Thank you so much for working with Short Sky to put this all together. I mean, unfortunately I'm out here in California, but from what I can see and what I've heard, it is amazing.
I mean, it's honestly, it's a blessing to actually work with real Devils fans and make a beer for Devils fans. So I'm just excited that you guys all are letting Departed Souls do this, because we've been in there and we were treated one way, but out here we're gonna get treated the right way by Devils fans and make a beer designed by Devils fans for Devils fans.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be affordable here in American whiskey, and we're just going to have a fucking great time with it. Am I allowed to curse on this?
Not normally, but you just
Beep.
well, hold on, time out. We have to say whenever
That's okay.
whenever that happens, because Grant Marshall's really good for doing that, so we just say you just Grant Marshall the podcast.
Ah, sorry.
It happens.
I met him once. His wife is
Yeah.
figure skater.
Yes.
Yeah, phenomenal figure skater. Super nice woman.
Yeah, Grant's a good friend of our podcast, and we've had him on a bunch of times, and every time he's on, it's inevitable. He drops an F-bomb here or there, and that's that.
I drink beer for a living, and I make beer for a living.
Yeah,
We don't have a censor. We lose that. I like to say that I drink beer before coffee, because the coffee throws off my flavor palette in the morning.
Hey.
So I have to sample the beers fermenting
Well, it's
when I get to work. So that's a pint
it's
of
a
beer to start
hazard
my
of the
day.
job. It's a work hazard. You got to do what you got to do.
But hell of a win in there tonight.
Oh, absolutely. It was a good
We
time.
learned something new tonight. It's okay to drink beer first thing in the morning.
I mean,
What's wrong with that?
I knew that.
Beer for breakfast.
Beer
can
for breakfast. I knew beer for
appreciate
breakfast.
the flavors better if you have it before anything else, and that includes brushing your teeth, for the record. Just throwing it out there.
We're talking real early.
Toothbrush is at work. That's for a reason.
Oh, we're getting a peek behind the curtain of the of
well, you
running
guys
the brewery.
can come when we can. And Crew Brew this week.
All right.
Right. And Crew Brew is going to be available starting tomorrow in the tasting room.
I'm loving it.
And then hopefully, like middle of next week, we're gonna have it available in cans with this camera, right?
That camera right there.
Yep.
This
There
artwork,
it is.
but not
The wording, not that
this
text.
wording.
Not that text.
Yeah, it didn't pass the lawyer test, unfortunately.
Yeah,
They always spoil the parties, but unless they sponsor this podcast.
Well,
that's a
I mean,
different
we
story.
could, yeah.
One day, once we sell enough and Crew Brew, it'll be official. Hell yeah!
There you go.
Well, that's awesome.
And Brian, tell everyone.
You guys, I'm a media guy. I know you're on broadcast.
Brian,
All right.
tell everyone where they can go for Departed Souls.
So Departed Souls is available, literally throughout New Jersey.
Yeah.
If you're a bar in New Jersey, a liquor store in New Jersey, you support the New Jersey Devils, they can get and Crew Brew. Anywhere in New Jersey we can distribute to us, just hit us up at Departed Souls. we'll distribute it right to your door. I mean, frankly, we can do home deliveries, right?
You started doing that pandemic. I remember that.
You wanna get a home delivery right to this address right now where we're at? We can deliver to you guys. So, and Crew Brew is going to be available throughout New Jersey, anywhere that you're a Devils fan. We're also available in Maine, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Pennsylvania, New York City. We're going to get it everywhere, but the home base is right here, and hopefully we sell enough of this beer right here in Newark, New Jersey that, you can't get it anywhere else.
That would be great. Yeah, that you just have to keep pumping it out. That would be fantastic.
That's the goal,
and
man.
what are your socials?
What's that?
What are your
Socials.
Oh, we're just at Departed Souls on Instagram, at Departed Souls on TikTok, Departed Souls Brewery on Facebook. We're also up for USA Today 10 best gluten-free beers in America.
Oh.
We're gonna have to push that out to all of our. We're gonna have to push that out.
And Crew Brew is not gluten-free.
Okay.
But we are. So if you hit up our socials right now, vote for us, please.
All right, yeah, we'll push that out to all
This
the
is Will
listeners.
asked if Anchor Brew is fat-free.
It's light.
It is a light beer.
okay.
It is a light beer.
Right? It is brewed to be an American. I don't know the calorie count, but it's brewed to be an American light lager. It's only 4.6%. So as we were talking about earlier, you could probably kill like a dozen of them.
Yeah. Not that we're promoting that, but yeah, we could do that.
Are you not promoting it? Or
Well, I mean, we are promoting it, but
sales are important.
I know, but we're not promoting disastrous drinking. But you can drink a dozen.
If you're at home and responsible, drink as much as you can.
I will be doing
Thank
that.
you.
Drink responsibly.
Well, drink your dozen beers responsibly.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was trying to get
Yeah,
to.
that's what that was
Drink your dozen beers responsibly.
just like we did tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Brian, at some point, I'm going to have to get a keg of that in my house. So
Well,
we're going to have to talk. 'cause
I have a
I'm gonna-
kegerator. We could
So do I.
actually we have enough electric out here. We can have a kegerator
Oh,
on
Sam.
the stage.
Hey.
All right.
We can get
Okay.
a Devil's After Dark.
We're getting a new thing for the new season. See, we're going to get a kegerator on the stage. We got
That
new
would be-
beer. We got new merch. It's going to be a hell of a
Yeah.
What a year. What a start to the season.
Yeah,
What a start to the season.
Kill it. This homie dancing out here right here. Look at this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this guy.
There you
Doing the
go.
robot.
Oh, I
Brian,
love
thank
this.
you so much for stopping by and for helping us out and bringing this beer to the masses. We're so excited not only for us to drink some, but for all Devils fans out there to come by and enjoy the And True Brew. And don't forget to check out Departed Souls Instagram, X, Facebook, wherever on the socials. Check them out and give them some love and support. Because they're doing the Lord's work right now of having beer for all of us to drink.
No, the Devils are doing the
Thank you.
Lord's work, which is very ironic, but
Yeah, right?
we're just making the nectar of the Devils.
Yeah, we're just helping support everyone else
Nectar
out
of
here.
the Devils might be a good
Nectar
beer
of the
name.
Devils, I mean,
I'm gonna-
yeah, might have to
bring
file that
home
one
with
away.
me. I'm going to bring that home with me.
Yeah.
I'm going to sign out. I
All right,
appreciate you
Brian,
guys.
thank you again.
Yo, let's make a lot of this beer.
Absolutely.
Sell a
Thank you,
lot of this
Brian.
beer. Scott, pleasure.
Nice
All
to
right.
meet you, sir.
That is
All right, that was
Brian.
fantastic.
All right.
Brian, Departed Souls here on Devils After Dark. We've been talking new shirts. We've been talking brews. We've been talking Devils victories. And
Oh, love it.
I
Love
want
it.
to let everybody know before we wrap up the show that last year we did a nice little, we did our score predictions and game predictions and everything like that. Well, I have been looking through a bunch of websites, and I have found quite a few that do have pick'em leagues for NHL. And I think I'm going to be able to make it a Saturday only Devils Pick'em League for here at Devils After Dark.
Ooh.
There will be
Whoa.
18 Saturday games for the Devils.
Okay.
And I think we're going to have a little season-long competition, and that way we'll let all the computers and the Terminators take care of all the stats that we kind of slacked on last year. And at the end of the season, whoever wins our Pick'em League, well, maybe we just might have a grand prize for you.
Yeah.
We'll hold off on that secret and make that announcement later in the season.
We got options.
Starting in November, that's when the Devils will have their first Saturday game. We will have a new Pick'em League here for Devils After Dark.
That Saturday game, that's not the Ranger game on the 18th, is it?
Oh, it is, my
Oh!
I want to say that sounds like a big stage day.
That sounds like a huge stage day.
It sounds like a big stage out on the street type of day,
All right.
regardless of weather.
All right. So
Practicing for February.
what did you predict today? I forgot the score.
I predicted 4-1, so I got the Devils score correct, but I didn't get the Wings
so
score.
you get the OTL.
I get the OTL. Beer Baron, I think, said 5-1. You said 8-2 or 8-3, something absurd.
I get the OTL then.
Yeah, it may have been. You may have been 8-3. But Scotty, you should hear this. Sammy said the Devils are going to have 70 wins this year.
No, I said 141 points.
Which roughly comes out to 70 wins.
Okay, all right.
70 wins and like an overtime loss if we do that.
That's 1 down, 69 to go.
I was surprised. I was honestly surprised he didn't say 82-0. And we should joke about this tonight because it's for game 1.
We're getting requests for a Pilsner. I'm right there with you, Steve. We're getting a Porter for JP. Max. Woo! Super chat.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Max.
Yeah. So there's Ramona and Selecta and Daryl. Yeah, we got some FOMO going on with everyone who's not at Newark. I know I'm feeling the same way with the party out in the street. But we're going to wrap up the show right now. Game 1 in the book. But guess what? We're coming back tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Style, with the hockey mask and machete, and we're going to do it all over again here.
Uh-oh.
Game number 2. Game
Uh-oh.
number 2 on the Houston Devils. Back to back to start it out. And, anyone going down to the Rock? There'll be some more Ann Crew Brew down there for you to taste and check out. Super excited for this. It's going to be a great year. Shorts guy.
They're clearing us out.
The cops coming.
Yeah.
Shut us down.
Yeah.
Someone call Frank the Tank.
Frank's out there.
With all the cops in there.
Yep.
Frank's out there.
Frank's in the cruiser. That's what's going on. So I want to thank Sports Guy and Sam Wu for setting up stage over there, and everybody partying in the background, enjoying a big Devils victory for Devils After Dark. Sam, turn it over to you for the final goodbyes.
All right. Well, I want to thank the Newark PD for the great work that they do here at American Whiskey and protecting us here in the city of Newark.
Yeah.
Also want to thank the fans that came out today and
Before and after the game.
Yeah.
I don't know where Natalie went, but happy birthday to Natalie.
Yeah, happy birthday to Natalie. Also, thank you to Chico Resch for coming on to Game Day
Absolutely.
Live. What a wonderful Happy Devils Thursday. We'll be back tomorrow here at American Whiskey. Devils take
Daryl
on.
wants an IPA.
Don't worry, we talked about it. We had beer discussions, so we'll see what happens in the future. But I think
beer over there.
You're gonna like this beer, Scotty. You're gonna like this beer. It was fantastic. We, like I said earlier we had the taste of it. It was great. So I'm looking forward to getting a couple cans of it. And my good friend Matt Sia, I didn't tell you guys this today. My good friend Matt Sia has requested a can of it autographed by all 4 of us.
Wow.
For his man cave. So we're gonna have to make that happen for him.
Yep.
And RME wants to know if we start crushing cans of Ann Crew Brew on the head after what? You're gonna go Sandman East Derby style over there.
Just drink your dozen beers responsibly. That's all we ask.
Right.
Just drink your dozen beers responsibly.
Take an Uber or Lyft. That's all. Or the train.
Or the train. Train station's right there. Take the train.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Sam, let's wrap it up here.
Yep. Just thank you, everybody, and we'll be back tomorrow. Till next time, let's go Devils.